Daredevil Born Again season 2 is now fully out. There's a lot of feelings about this season, a lot of positive. Mostly I've seen positive and maybe some negative. And first of all, going into the show, I was really skeptical. So skeptical, just because I thought season 1 was okay. It had a couple of decent episodes, but for the most part, I thought it was a show that didn't know what it was, and it was very like going, oh, okay, this episode happens. I guess that works. Next episode, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. And I feel like I finished it and it was fine. It's 9 episodes long, so I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
This new season started off and I saw 1 episode of it and I thought, oh, it's more of the same.
Yeah.
So it took me until like 5 episodes piled up for me to continue watching it. And it honestly felt like every episode got even better than the last.
Yeah.
And by the middle of the season, I was feeling like this is peak. This is amazing. This is awesome. The episode 4 opening up with Bullseye. And then
so good.
And so I thought that episode was amazing because I already thought 2 and 3 were really good. I was like excited. Yeah. And then episode 4 opening with Bullseye. And then episode 5 doing the whole thing of the stakes are as high as they can be. Will Vanessa make it out of this or not?
Yeah.
And how that affects everybody. And seeing how Matt deals with Bullseye, this person who has done this awful thing to his best friend, and yet he's here trying to save him from Fisk. I just thought this is peak cinema. Yeah. We're like the TV show, the season of television seemed like it was way better than I was expecting. Did you have high expectations for the show?
I don't think I had high expectations because I think I was in the same boat as you, where season 1 I was skeptical, mainly because I felt like they could have done better in the sense of
I agree.
Muse is such a cool character in the comics.
Lame in the show.
He was just a letdown. I was like, dude, this is just a broody teenage boy. Yeah. Like it just felt very like it felt like a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, and I felt like same thing with White Tiger, Hector Ayala. I think it was like, okay, we're doing something with this. Okay, we're not. It's just a small piece of just, nothing that fades out.
It felt like a lot of filler episodes.
I
honestly,
agree.
The entire first season.
You couldn't attach yourself to anything.
Yeah. Season 2, I think going back, like them kind of going back to that storyline, I'm like, okay, why did we just do all this in season 1? Like, why wasn't this just one big season 1?
I agree.
Like it should have been.
It kind of makes me feel bad because I feel like season 2 was so good that I feel bad because I feel like it's hard to recommend. I'm like, season 2 is really good. It is a continuation of everything from season 1, which is not very good. Yeah. So you have to deal with 9 episodes of this to get to 8 really good ones.
I wonder if it was like copyright things, or not copyright, but like I wonder if it was like, hey, we have to put out a season now. Like we have to put something on the air to get greenlit, or like we'll miss our window.
There was a problem with the show. The show initially, before it even aired, the first season was like, we're a 22 episode show. We're going to be like a television show. And there was a lot of problems with the script. And they rewrote it, and they kind of let some things stay, and then try to bring in some new things. So it has one of those stories. You know, we talk about James Gunn and how he's like, we're not going to start filming until we're set in stone what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And this show, Daredevil season 1, had kind of a problem with that, where they just they try to jumble things up together to make it work, and that's why I feel like it's rough. But season 2, I feel like they had all their ducks in order.
Yeah.
Like. Unfortunately, it is. I'm glad that I watched season 1 because all of this stuff makes sense now. And they made the storylines go in a way that is a lot deeper than they did in season 1. So I don't feel like I have that problem as much. But it's definitely a difference in quality, just writing.
A little quick fire. I still think...
Daniel.
I think he's still alive.
I really hope so because I love Daniel. I love Daniel.
I was a little like, brother, if you get this woman killed, I was like, bro, come on. And then he finally did the right thing. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah. I think he spared him. I really think.
I hope so.
I think he spared him. They kind of set that scene up to where like.
Yeah, but the only problem with just visually speaking, when he shoots, his body does look like it's getting shot. It
doesn't show it.
He like juts it but his head does. It looks like he shoots. You hear the sound, and it looks like his head is like banged up back.
I'm hoping he shot next to him. That's
too.
what I'm in the way he turned back. I'm hoping he shot next to him.
But that's another problem where I was like, that kind of sold me that he did kill him or why isn't Daniel reacting at all? Like he looks at him, ample time for Daniel to react.
No,
no.
Well, but then it cut it. I think we're going to get a scene where it shows like. Where it shows them having like a whole little moment after that. I'm hoping.
I really hope so. A lot of people have a criticism of both of the seasons of the show just because they do feel like it's too on the nose about reflecting current American politics.
Yeah.
And being like Fisk is a stand-in for a current president, and that the whole task force is stand-in for ICE.
Yeah.
And that Daniel is a stand-in for conservative youth. And I can see those parallels. I personally do like all that stuff. I like seeing like the stuff merge and take real life. I mean, it's Marvel. It is real New York. So it would make sense to me. They would reflect real life actions. When 9/11 happened in real life, 9/11 happened in the Marvel universe in the comics. Yeah. So I actually think that's really
like
neat.
that real life parallels. I will say there's the Daredevil side of handling it. And then you have, I don't know if you've watched any of The Boys, but The Boys are also dealing with their own level of like, it's funny because they did it a level of satire. We're like, okay, we're going to go so extreme that no one, like that even our own world can't match this. And then we decided to match it. Yeah. So it's like we're getting so many real life parallels, and I don't know. I think it's kind of beautiful because again, we talked about this a little bit before the podcast started. I mentioned I think my favorite thing about Daredevil right now is how grounded it feels. One of my favorite episodes was the court case. The fact that it was like we didn't see Daredevil in the suit, I don't think at all. I think it made it feel so real. It did. Like I honestly felt like I was watching the most out of the box episode of like Law and Order. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it felt so legit. And I was like, okay, like this feels like. And I will say the one thing I hated is how much they use like the term vigilante. I'm like, shut up. Okay, like dude, like that guy straight up just killed 12 people with a fork in a diner, and you're calling him a vigilante? Like. Not anyone that puts on a mask can do that. Like I think there needs to be some level of differentiation. I think me and you in general
have a thing with vigilante. And to me, Superman is a vigilante. A vigilante is just anybody. It has nothing to do with powers. To me, it's just anybody who
takes up the mantle,
does justice, not by the law,
which is
not in coordinating with the law.
Yes, okay, that is fair. So yes, by that logic, yes. But I'm like, these are some super powered individuals. So the fact that they were putting Karen and Daredevil on like the same scale, that was upsetting. That was the only thing about this season that was really upsetting me is how they were kind of putting everybody on such an even scale of threat level almost. Where I'm like, you would not put like an ant and a freaking direwolf on the same scale of a threat. You know what I mean?
I think I kind of like that perspective because I am more of the type in general with media, like for example with the Avengers. I'm not gonna like say Hawkeye can't be the guy that beats Thanos. You know, to me it's like I believe in the human spirit, the human soul. So I'm like anybody can rise up to any task, no matter your ability.
Hell no. I want to agree with you. I understand that logic. Yeah. To an extent.
Hawkeye can't beat Thanos.
I love Hawkeye. The Hawkeye show. Honestly, probably my top 5 of Marvel original TV shows.
Yeah.
Like
I do feel like also so Daredevil. I feel like is an extension from that. That's where we got Fisk. You know, we got Echo in that show, so I feel like that spawned a lot of this.
But even
the one thing I will say about the action scenes in Daredevil is despite it being like a grounded show, they are so brutal, man. Like the way like they hit each other looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
Way more than any other. Like if we see Spider-Man or Captain America knock somebody over, it's like, oh, they got knocked on their butt. You know, that's it. But when like Fisk is over here throwing people, squeezing people,
like when he squeezed the doctor, 1, 2, that the end when he was taking out the protesters left and right, I'm just like, brother, he don't care anymore.
No, and he's just like, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
Even when Daredevil gets hit, just punched in the gut, it's like, oh yeah, he got punched in the gut. Like that looks like it really hurt.
Overall, it was a great show. I think it's with a show like that, it's as good as it could get. I still don't know if I hate the idea that Daredevil all of a sudden like is such a restraint level person. I will say it's giving like my biggest pet peeve about Batman. I'm like, brother, like you will kill 35 minions, but the guys that you won't kill are the ones who always keep coming back.
Yeah, like, so you're siding with Karen. Foggy was killed by Bullseye, and Karen put up a gun to his head, and Daredevil Matt Murdock is the one who stopped her.
I will argue it's different. I think Bullseye showed that he at least is attempting to genuinely change.
So if next season Bullseye kills Karen, are you like, Karen should have shot him in season 2.
She had it coming. She would have gone to the man's head. If next season, I don't think he's going to do it blindly.
Well, would you feel bad about Matt Murdock being like, "Oh, Matt, you had a chance to get rid of Bullseye, and now because you didn't, your other friend is dead. Both of your friends have died because you let this man live."
No, one, I don't think he would do that. I don't think Bullseye is malicious in that regard. I think he was genuinely doing a job.
So that makes it better?
No. Not saying it makes it better, but I don't think he would retaliate in like a place of revenge. He would have no reason to go for Karen.
I very much, I'm a huge Batman fan. So seeing Matt Murdock have this like you said, restraint of like, no, this is not how we handle things. I really had a hard time seeing Karen and him interact with each other this way about both Fisk and Bullseye. About Karen having like the change of heart, the being like, hey, this is more people are going to die, more people are going to get hurt. This has to end somehow, and it's either you or him.
Yeah.
Dead.
At what point does the compassion stop? At what point do you decide that this person? And I don't even think he needed to kill Fisk. I'll even say that he didn't need to kill Fisk.
You don't think so?
No,
because Fisk is never going to stop. That's kind of like the problem. Is like he's not going to leave. He's not going to back down.
I think if he did, I wouldn't have been mad. If he killed Fisk, I wouldn't have been mad. But I don't think he needed to. It's the fact that they literally said, "Hey, if you just leave now and take the deal, you're not even going to go to prison. You just got to leave. Just leave New York."
I did like that just because that's how real life happens. Because the person that went to jail is Matt Murdock. And the politician, the person with a bunch of money, the person that had a lot of power gets bailed out.
I know. And
I see it all the time. I love it when it's reflected in media.
Oh, that annoyed the crap out of me.
Yeah, for sure.
I do think it's going to be cool if we start off the next season with seeing Daredevil kind of doing a prison brawl fight, kind of Punisher. Remember Punisher in season, I think it was season 2 of the original Daredevil. When he was in prison. That was awesome. Yeah. That was one of the greatest scenes of Daredevil history.
I mean, one of the last scenes we see on episode 8 is him walking past all the Task Force guys. And man, Powell, he was such a... I really like his character because he seemed tough. He seemed like he didn't give a crap about anything. The way he killed one of the other task force members for betraying, and just used that to spin it politically. Yeah, like, oh no, one of them killed him, so now we have an excuse for this. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. My standout character for sure is Daniel.
I think he did great.
I think I have a connection to him too because I am the kind of person that talks politically about building bridges, and people who might think differently than you might also still have heart, might still care, and finding connections with that, like BB and Daniel are very different kinds of people, but because of their relationship with each other, they kind of get pushed towards a positive light. And Daniel did that because of his relationship with her, and because he is a good person, despite all this stuff that he's involved in.
I think he got power hungry. He let the status get to him. Yeah. He let that someone saw him and saw the underdog in him. He let all that get to him, and I get it. I feel like if you've never been there, you don't understand it. But like as someone who's been there, where it's like, man, like I need to be the person that this person thinks I can be. I'm glad he hit that point of like, no.
But then that episode came where he went with Buck at the place, and then Buck supposedly shot and killed him, and I was like, no. And the episode ends there, and so I'm like, there's no freaking way. Like,
I think Buck spared him. I am convinced. I'm convinced.
Okay, I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
I'll also believe that just to have faith and hope. Yeah.
How do you feel about the psychiatrist?
You know, I didn't like her at all, Heather, in the first season. Like, I thought it would, like, same thing with Muse. I did not like the Muse situation.
I was like, where'd all this aggression come from? Like, when she started beating the crap out of Karen?
I didn't like the situation with, like, Matt Murdock and her. She just never felt like a compelling love interest. Yeah. But the second season, I think it improved everybody. It improved Fisk. Yeah. Seeing a Bullseye on screen stole the show of this whole season.
Yeah, he crushed it.
And the stuff with both Vanessa and Fisk worked better for me, and Heather worked better for me this season too. It still feels like we're a little in the air with her. Doesn't feel like there's any strong feelings about the kind of character that she is. But I feel like more open to seeing where that goes.
I think she's trying to take on the mantle of Muse.
I think you're right.
Which I think is the only way to bring back a character that I feel like did not get enough love. If she does have like this whole psychotic break and is all of a sudden this serial killer Muse, I think that'd be awesome. I think her being a therapist too will kind of bring the actual intensity to that character that we needed. And like we saw her when she was like like going at Karen, like emotionally, mentally, and physically. I was like, okay. I was like, she's got a little more bite than anyone realized. Yeah, I think that was great.
I thought it was great too. One of my favorite episodes was the flashback episode because it was cutting between Vanessa dying and also seeing Foggy again.
Yes.
And them doing their thing, seeing how
Foggy
Fisk
just being
met.
a good dude.
Yeah, Foggy's great, man. The OG, you know, people calling him names, but he's still standing up for them because he knows what's right. And it makes you feel his absence in everything that's going on right now in Matt Murdock's life.
I will say, I think this show did, I want to say, rush things a little bit too much in some areas. Like they dragged their feet in some areas and rushed things in others. I will say I loved just a little nod, like Jessica Jones coming back in for a little bit, even though I don't think she did anything in that last episode.
No, she pulled up, like her presence was known.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think she did anything. I'm like, literally, he's like, we need an army, and he brings in just Jessica. Like, I don't think she really did anything being there other than that one little fight scene that they were
in the hallway.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool, all right. I love that they brought back Luke Cage at the last second. We got that little nod of Luke Cage.
So that's going somewhere. We're getting
Alias Investigations is back. So I wonder if she's getting her own show. I wonder if they're going to get like their own little Luke Cage and Jessica Jones show.
Maybe. Would you rather that or a whole Defenders thing?
I think a whole Defenders thing would still be cool, but I want to see more of like the whole story. I think again, like this feels kind of grounded. It feels kind of set apart from the cosmic crazy stuff that's going on.
And it does feel like
universe.
It fits in with Spider-Man.
It does. It feels like it fits in. Like I feel like it's going to be a good meeting ground, especially we know Punisher is in the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I don't know. I love Jessica Jones. I love Luke Cage. I'm curious to see where he's at, what he's doing. Last thing we heard about him is that he's basically his own little kingpin.
Abroad.
Yeah, like he's doing his own thing, and he is such an awesome character. I'm gonna say it. I don't care what anyone says. Iron Fist was not written well. I will say that first. Iron Fist was not. The script was rough. I still think the guy who played Danny Rand was a perfect pick. I think if you get a better writer in there, I'm excited to see them bring him back and him get the actual, hopefully actually good writing that he deserves, because he fits the role so well. I think he would be an incredible Iron Fist if given like the right time and attention. His show was rough.
If Disney announces for Marvel slate 2027 Iron Fist movie,
I'm here for it.
You're there.
Yeah, I think they need to do it exactly how they did Shang-Chi. Mm-hmm. Like whoever directed Shang-Chi should to direct Iron Fist, because those characters have a lot of parallels in a lot of ways.
Shang-Chi was also done by Wonder Man and Brand New Day Spider-Man director.
Beautiful, and it's an incredible movie. The writing is great. The visuals are like so compelling, like so good. Iron Fist needs that kind of love. If there was an Iron Fist movie, he's one of the coolest comic book characters. Like his story is so
that's your plea to Marvel right now is bring back Iron Fist. That's what MCU needs.
Bringing him back. So, like they've already announced that Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones will all, like the Defenders will all be in Daredevil season 3.
Right.
Which I just hope they do it well, and I hope they actually like we get to see them in action, and like they deserve the credit.
So, are you excited for the future of Daredevil?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think now that they found their footing, if season 2 ended like season 1 did, it would be a resounding no. But I think they found their footing. They need more episodes. The flashback episode was great. They need more. That Bullseye episode, just from the second he walked into that diner, I'm like, oh, he's about to.
Yeah.
When he made that call, I was like, oh, he's about to F some stuff up.
It was awesome.
It was so
awesome.
And he's so cool. Like literally like bouncing the knives and like the forks and stuff. I'm like, this character is like, he has so much potential. Also, I did read that the actor who plays Bullseye announced that he wants to be in the new Avengers. So he is like the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
He wants to join that team.
Oh, I could see that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, actually, Marvel, you need to do this.
Marvel, listen, you have an incredible actor. I think, what's his name? I think Agent...
U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent. He was not bad.
I loved him. He's probably my favorite character in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he wasn't bad, but I was like, you can only have one blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white dude who can throw really cool stuff. If it's between him and Bullseye, I pick Bullseye all day long.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to argue. But yeah, or I could see him maybe in like a villain team that opposed to Thunderbolts.
No, I think he wants to do better. Like that's why he kind of helped him in the end, took down the assassin and stuff. Like
me too, but he is doing it for the wrong reasons. I feel like it's not genuine. So I actually want to see him flip again. I want to see him go down a dark path.
So do you think that ending when he's on the plane with Lillard's character Charlie, do you think that he is there to kill him or there to work with him?
I think work with him.
You think so?
Yeah, because I also want to see Matthew Lillard's character again.
Yeah, that's fair.
So great in the show.
We got nothing. We really got nothing. I think they were setting him up to be the big bad for season 3.
That'd be awesome because I'm thinking they're taking. Kingpin. We had a lot of good Kingpin stuff, so I think it's time to move on. And I feel like we didn't get enough of him in there. Yeah. So I would love to.
I'm thinking. I think they might be setting him up to be season 3. Him and bring him Muse back. And bring him Muse back. He already has a connection with Jessica Jones, so either he's going to be the bad guy for season 3, or he's going to be the villain for whatever Jessica Jones thing that they're trying to do.
I could totally see that.
And if they've already are pairing him up with Bullseye, so I'm hoping to bring him Bullseye. They have to bring Bullseye back. He did.
I think people online are going to react to it to such a level where Marvel's going to have to do.
No, they gave him his episode when they didn't need to. Yeah, like we already did the Bullseye story. Like they could have added a little bit of him in there, but them giving him his own episode like that solidified. Okay, this is a character that is a part of this story.
And I agree with you because I know a lot of people don't watch the MCU TV shows, so he needs to be seen. And so I want people to get to know who Bullseye is and able to see all this stuff go down.